I feel like YVN just it kind of reminded me of YSL, so we'll just get into the topic. So yesterday we dropped the video and talked about how Virgil passed away, RIP. Legendary designer, Off-White, Louis Vuitton, Fendi, Yeezy, Donda, Love is Rage 2, Watch the Throne, Whole Lot of Red partially. So he has a lot of influences, not only in hip hop, but just overall culture. Everybody loves Virgil, basically, other than like, you know, there are times when people are hating on Off-White because it was it was already overly expensive, but now, and they're like simple designs, kind of like you can just get like a print on, but you know, it's still Virgil. It's about the branding. It's not necessarily like how it was made, because even just Nike, it's just a swoosh, but that is worth hundreds of dollars. But so I said in the video, predicted it, even though it's probably not that hard to predict, that prices would go up on the resale market for all of Virgil Abloh's designs for Louis Vuitton and Off-White, or anything that he was involved in. And I was right. I was too right. But again, it wasn't that hard to be right. So resellers first thought was in blah, blah, blah. So after he died, they took all of what they were selling of Off-White and Louis Vuitton collabs with Virgil, because he was their head artistic creative designer, some high position. And so it started out, here are the original prices. You can see 11/28 is the date. So that was yesterday, right? And then you can see it says $5,000 for one piece. Now, later on that day, just hours later, look, 15:54 MST. I'm not really sure what time zone that is. Is that like men suck titties time zone? 11:38. So this is like like in the morning, almost noon, and then this is afternoon. $10,000 doubled already. So we thought we were making bread in crypto after a couple months doubling our money, but no, all you had to do, and this is no disrespect, because we're just talking facts right here. You just had to buy Off-White. Like, if you had some sort of insider information, knowing before TMZ or any of these news outlets, which is probably pretty hard to do, but you know, some people who are friends with Virgil, just hypothetically, they could have bought a bunch of Off-White shit on like StockX, Grailed, all these places, and then turned right around knowing that he passed away and knowing that they were going to spike in price and then sell them for double. That's an easy money right there. But the real question is it disrespectful to do that? Because it's just really supply and demand. And if you own Off-White and there are other sellers, like you're selling them on StockX and Grailed or whatever, are you just gonna let other people, because it's all a bidding system. If other sellers are selling them higher, why would you take like the half the price or half the profit? You kind of just go up with it, you know? Yeah, and then Uzi spoke on the situation, and then I think Uzi dedicated his song "Buy It," which was like a SoundCloud OG song to Virgil. And then Virgil was involved in Love is Rage 2 and EXO Tour Life. So it's just crazy. All right, so here's where Uzi talked about Virgil after he passed away a day later. Let's see what he said. I believe he quoted an article where he talked about Virgil. This is like old, I believe. Let's go to full. So Uzi in the caption said, "It's hard to turn the page when you know someone won't be in the next chapter, but the story must go on. You've stayed on your grind and showed no weakness, even through difficult times, so why should I?" Can you name one person that hates Virgil? I know we clowned on him for like the Pop Smoke covers, but I feel like everyone in the industry loves him. All right. How did you first meet Uzi? Oh, this was Virgil talking about it, so it has to be old. It's super organic, and we met in some sort of ironic way. I met Uzi in 2013. It might have been me and my friends in New York were DJing a ton, finding ourselves and getting booked in random cities. We went to Philly and were DJing this party. We didn't know what it was called. Like Hamster Dance, some weed festival in a nearly abandoned artist loft or warehouse. So he met him in 2013. Love Is Rage dropped 2015. So he met Uzi like early on. I'm not sure when Uzi was signed by DJ Drama and Don Cannon, but that's so early. Maybe, was this in Philly, in New York? I would think that if Virgil met Uzi, but then again, Virgil might not have been that big at that time. When was Off-White? When did Virgil create Off-White? Because 2013. So he was still working with Kanye and Fendi, and he was still an intern. So Virgil wasn't even that big prior to that. So